Hi everyone and welcome to Triple M Adventures with Bill. I'm reviewing the Ezviz Full HD action camera, which is one you can see on the desk in front of me. There is the camera. It comes with a waterproof case, which is a shame. It doesn't have the same back that you can get for the GoPro where there's slots so you get a better sound quality. It also comes with some sticky attachments. One is a curved one for your helmet and another one that's a flat one which you can obviously connect to a flat surface. You then have the articulated joints and then two style of connectors that I used on my chesty, and also the obligatory USB cable. The camera works very, very nicely. It's only got two resolutions, 1080p and 720p. And on the test film that you'll see a bit later, the 1080p is very good. I would say it's slightly better than the Nevenoe sports camera that I reviewed that was meant to be 4K. I think this quality is a bit better. It handles the exposures a lot better. Here's what you get in the box. The battery life, therefore the recording time, lasted just under 3 hours, and the battery took 1 hour and 45 minutes to charge, which I thought was quite impressive. The camera is very easy to use, and later on in this video I go through using the camera manually and then using the app. Okay, let's have a look at the camera. At the front it comes with a nice touch, which is a lens cover. It then has a LED that blinks when it's recording. At the top of the camera you've got your record button, and at this side you have a settings button and power button. This side your connectors for the USB and HDMI out. At the bottom you've got a connector so you can screw in attachments to attach the camera to in different ways. If you pull this down, slide this down, this door opens and you can see your micro SD card there, and there is your battery. To power up the camera you hold the power button down. Okay, and then you have a nice screen which is very clear. It's showing you that this is set up on video. It's at 1080p at 25 frames a second, and it's in center metering mode. Now if you stroke down, this is where you can start the Wi-Fi to connect it to your phone. This can lock the screen so nothing can happen. You have to re-swipe and unlock. And then you can go into your settings where you can do all the miscellaneous settings. I have gone through the settings via the app, so I won't run through them here because you can see on the app what can be adjusted, but you can go through and make all the adjustments that you want to on this rather than using the app. If you stroke from right to left, you can then pick which mode you want the camera to be in. So this is in video mode, so then you can choose video photo or time lapse, or you can go to playback, there's no file, or you can go into the photo mode and choose which option you would like. To come out you need to tap one of them and it comes back out. If you stroke from left to right, it would then show you if there are any files to be played. If you stroke up, you've got the video settings. You can now change the video settings via this. If you are in photo mode, it will then allow you, when you stroke up, to adjust the settings for photographs. And that basically is it. It's quite a simple camera to operate, but let me just show you. I'm going to record, push the button, and it will start recording. And you can see it's counting down the time left, so it's telling us there's 5 hours left. I think that's on the micro SD card, and it's telling you how many seconds it's recorded so far. And if we stop again, okay, now if we stroke this way, you'll see the video. So we can control the video, we can play it, Okay, we can stop, and then we can delete the footage, which would be quite useful if you're out filming and you decide you don't want to keep that footage because your SD card's getting filled up. So you tap the screen again, delete, say delete, and then there'll be no files on there. And that's basically it. It's not a very complicated camera, but that's it. Here are some video comparisons showing the standard settings, the EIS on, which is electronic image stabilization, and de-warping, which I assume takes out the curvature of the wide-angle lens. Here are 3 videos shot of the same scene using the different metering methods the camera can use. Center weighted, which is the top video, average, which is the bottom left video, and spot, which is the bottom right video. It's difficult to see the contrasting exposures, so what I did, I took 3 photographs with the same modes, and you can see those as still pictures which are coming up. In my opinion, the center-weighted photograph is the best because it's sharper and has better contrast. The average metering one has less sharpness and contrast, and the spot metering was definitely overexposed. Here is the video clip of the problem I was having downloading the firmware for the camera. It would download the firmware update, and then at the end came up and said, "The file is damaged, please try again." I did this several times to no avail. I have contacted Ezviz about this via email and have had no response to date. Okay, let's take a look at the Ezviz sports camera app. We're going to go into settings. We've connected. We're going to go into the app now. Okay, it comes up with the opening screen which has album and then to view what the camera is seeing. The green arrow at the side is telling you there is a firmware update. Okay, there we go. There's my lounge. So it's on video mode, and you can see it's 1080p at 24 frames a second, wide angle, and that it is in video mode. Okay, we go into photo mode, and it's showing you what the resolution is there. It's 80 megapixels. Okay, back to video. Okay, that's the camera album and there's nothing on the SD card. Come back out. Now for some reason it's gone into video mode. So we'll stop that. Okay, and up comes the options for the settings. There we go. Okay, the first setting is the video mode. And in the video modes you have video, video and picture, and time lapse. Video photo takes a video and pictures at a time that you specify. So it can take a photograph every 20 seconds. Time lapse is time lapse video. The next option is standard, where we can have PAL or NTSC. The next option is resolutions, and there's only 2, 1080p and 720p on this camera. The next option is frame rate, 24, 25, 48 and 50, and that depends on the resolution, what options you have there. De-warping adjusts the image video to the best shooting effect. EIS is electronic anti-shaking. Split mode is the length of each video file. Metering mode has the options center, average or spot. If you select the loop mode option, it will loop the recording, so over record any footage on the camera once the SD card is full up. If you select professional mode, this allows you to do more adjustments to the video footage, the white balance, the ISO limit, the sharpness and the EV compensation and the color settings. Now we get on to the photo settings. In the photo mode option, you can choose single shot burst or timed photographs where you take them every 10, 20 or 30 seconds, etc. In the megapixels option, you can choose what resolution your photographs will be. Your choices are 8, 4 and 2 megapixels. Meter mode and dewarping are already as explained for video settings. The shutter option decides how long the camera will take to enable the shutter. Professional mode is as already explained for the video professional mode settings. The orientation option allows you to set the camera in the correct orientation if you've attached your camera to a mount and it's upside down. The default option allows you to choose how the camera will boot up. So would it be in video mode or video photo, time-lapse mode, single, burst or photo timed? I've left mine on video. The driving mode is when you are using the camera as a dash cam in your vehicle. In the video out mode, you can choose between HDMI and CVBS, which is composite video baseband signal. If you select the quick capture option, the camera will automatically turn on and start shooting if you hold down the record button. The LED blink option allows the LEDs to blink when the camera is recording. The flicker mode allows you to choose between 50 and 60 Hz. On-screen display turns off the rear display of your camera. Auto off allows the camera to turn off after a set period, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 minutes or never. I think it's a good idea to have this option on so that it saves your battery life if the camera is not recording. Then you can set date and time. You can adjust the mic gain or the speaker gain. You can make the camera auto lock after 30 seconds. You've got an option to reset the camera. Then you can see the SSID for the camera and the password, and you can reset the Wi-Fi. Then you get the camera info, which is the hardware version, the serial number and the firmware version. Then we have the storage option, which tells you the total space available, the free space, the number of videos on the card, the number of photos on the card, the video time remaining, photo time remaining, and an option to format. Then you get the camera status, which shows you the battery percentage, the temperature of the camera, and the run status. Apparently the camera can run hotter if you're running at a higher frame rate. And then we come out to the opening screen, and that's the app explained. In summing up, this is a very useful little camera. It doesn't come with many accessories, but you've got what you need to get started. I would recommend this camera. Comparing it to the Nevenoe 4K camera that I reviewed, I think this picture quality is a little bit better. You haven't got so many adjustments, but when I reviewed that camera, I suggested you used it in 1080p anyway. It is slightly more expensive than the Nevenoe camera, but I think it's worth it because the picture quality is better. Would I buy one? Yes, I would at this price. Thanks for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Happy cycling. Bye for now. Hi everyone, Bill from the future here. In my video, I stated I was having a problem updating the firmware of the camera and that I contacted Ezviz and they to date had not got back to me. Well, now they have, and they've asked me some more questions which I've replied to. Once I get a reply from them, I will update you on the progress to solving that problem. This wouldn't stop me buying this camera.